I never imagined I'd hear the woman I loved most in this world tell me, without hesitation, that she'd trade me for another man if she had the chance. Even now, thinking back, those words feel like a blade twisting in my chest. But before I share what I said that left everyone stunned, let me take you back to the beginning. Emma and I had been together 11 years, married for 7. We met in college, young, broke, and full of dreams. I fell for her laugh first, then the way she noticed beauty in things I never did. Back then, I thought what we had was rare, unshakable. But over the past year, small cracks began to appear. Nights she claimed she was too tired for dinner, texts she quickly hid, spontaneous weekend outings with co-workers, without me. I told myself I was imagining things. Love does that, it blinds you to what's right in front of you. Everything changed one evening when Emma came home later than usual. Her hair was messy, her perfume stronger, and there was a glow about her I hadn't seen in years. She sat across from me at dinner, pushing her food around, and out of nowhere asked, "David, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be with someone else? To imagine if we hadn't settled down so quickly?" I froze. That thought had never crossed my mind. She was my first and only. To me, that was proof I'd found the person worth dedicating my life to. I told her so, expecting a smile or reassurance. She sighed, almost disappointed. A week later, I got the full picture. At a dinner party with friends from her new job, a coworker joked that Emma was infatuated with Mark. She'd trade me for him in a heartbeat. Laughter erupted. Everyone except me, I thought, heart tightening. I looked at her, waiting for her to shut it down. She smirked, sipped her drink, and said, "Depends on the day." The laughter doubled. The room spun around me, but inside, everything went silent. My wife, my partner, my supposed soulmate, had just told everyone she'd rather be with someone else. On the drive home, she dismissed it as a joke. But her words, their ease, haunted me. Days passed. Her phone was glued to her hand, late-night meetings became routine, and she smelled like a cologne that wasn't mine. Loneliness grew heavy. One night, I confronted her. "Are you seeing him? Are you in love with Mark?" She whispered, trembling, "I don't know." That broke me. I slept in the guest room, staring at the ceiling, wondering when love slipped through our hands. Clarity came unexpectedly. A few days later, at her father's birthday gathering, the joke resurfaced. Her cousin grinned, "Hey Emma, tell everyone again how you'd trade David for Mark." The room laughed. Emma paled. Before she could answer, eyes shifted to me. I set my glass down and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "You know what's funny? I wouldn't trade Emma for anyone. Not money, fame, or looks. When I made my vows, I meant them. I promised to love her through everything. But what makes this tragic is knowing she can't say the same about me." Silence fell. Forks froze midair. Emma stared as if the floor had vanished beneath her. I continued, steady. "Jokes like that only land if there's truth behind them. After living with someone for over a decade, you know when it's not just a joke. You know when the person beside you is already halfway out the door. So if you think it's funny that my wife would trade me for another man, congratulations, the real punchline is she already has." A gasp ran through the room. Emma whispered my name, trying to stop me, but I wouldn't be silent. Her mother asked softly, "Emma, is that true?" Crimson-faced, she muttered, "It's complicated." I shook my head. "Love is simple. You choose each other every day. The moment you stop choosing, you've already chosen someone else." After that night, everything unraveled. Emma tried to convince me I'd overreacted, that it was harmless. But words spoken in jest often hold truth, and hers cut too deep. A week later, I found proof, intimate messages between her and Mark, late-night confessions, promises meant for us. I wasn't her first choice anymore. I confronted her one last time. "Emma, I won't fight for someone who doesn't want to be fought for. If you want Mark, you can have him. But you don't get me. Not halfway, not in pieces." Tears filled her eyes. I didn't waver. She made her choice long ago, and so did I. I filed for divorce the next week. Months passed. Friends, family, co-workers all knew. Some pitied Emma, some called me harsh. Most admitted admiration for how I handled it. Not my anger, not accusations, they were stunned by my calm, my refusal to excuse her, my choice to say, I deserve better. Love isn't proved by vows at an altar. It's proved by the choices we make every day. Emma showed me hers the night she joked about trading me. I showed mine when I walked away for good. Sometimes the most powerful response to betrayal is simply the truth. And when I spoke mine, it left the room and Emma speechless.